What's up, everyone? This is the first of our rollout series for virtual training for the Edge. Super pumped. The five of us are going to be piloting this week. What's today? Today's Sunday, the 29th, so we're starting tomorrow, the 30th. Hoping you guys get this video and it kind of makes some sense as to what we're going to be doing here. Let me share my let me just share my screen. Get stuff out of the way here. Okay, so here's what we got. You guys are going to be seeing a PDF sent to you. It's revised a little bit from what I sent to you last Friday. But this is going to be kind of the hub, so to speak, for our trainers as we go through this pilot. It will be updated as we go based off of feedback from you all as to what's working really well, what could we be doing better, what systems do we need in place. So that's the point of this pilot, just to see if it's something viable that we can do going forward, even when worlds kind of figure everything out and we're back opening our doors. So from here, what we're doing, we're really looking to re-engage our active clients. What I would love for you guys to do is reach out by phone first, but obviously you have relationships with your clients. So if text, email, whatever is the best method of contact with them, please reach out. And what I think is big at this point is let them know that we are implementing virtual training for the Edge. I think one thing that a lot of trainers kind of got caught with their pants down, so to speak, when gym stores had to close a couple weeks ago, and I think everyone was really nervous, and I think clients were really scared, like what's going on, like I can't go to the gym. There was so much turmoil, so much chaos that they may have been really hesitant. But to reach out again to someone, even who you may have engaged in training end of last fall, now is a time where everyone's at home and everyone's probably going stir crazy, and lack of communication is vital. So making sure that we can reach out to them and say, hey, here's what we've got going on here. We'd love for you to be a part of it. You have an existing relationship with this person, so you have a shot to actually engage them into a virtual training session going forward. So definitely reach out to everyone on your client list, people you've done consultations with from last fall as well, and just let them know we've got this virtual training ready to go. I think, again, just the idea of a systems-based approach to training with the Edge behind you sounds a little bit better than, do you want to continue through whatever method of video communication you're offering? You know, people don't really know. Now that you have some systems behind it, it probably gives people some reassurance that it's legit and it's a real thing. What you're going to see, and when this will be sent to you next, is right here will be highlighted. Well, you're getting a virtual waiver created right now. It'll be all set up so that all your client has to do is click, 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 and then has DocuSign built in, and that'll get automatically sent back to the Edge. We do need some verbiage changed in our existing waivers, given that they're in their homes with our coaching from a distance. It's important that we have an updated waiver for our clients. Again, the digital waiver is going to be super easy, and it's actually something that I'm hoping we can bring back to our in-person training through the consultation process, just having people sign it before they even come into a session 0 or first session. They just fill it out, click, 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 sign at the end, life is good. But you, again, will get this document sent to you, and this will be hyperlinked directly to the Wufoo link. This whole PDF is hyperlinked. It's an active sheet. So anything that you guys see that is a hyperlink in here, you'll be able to know it's in this document, where you'll be able to click and either copy and paste it and go out from there. One thing that I strongly ask you to do is check in with your clients and see what equipment they have. If you have to do something a little creative, like using a gallon of water, or a backpack with textbooks in it, or if people have like an 18-pack of bottled water they can use to hold. You know, I did a Parisi workout, and I used a 50-pound bag of salt for my water softener system. So talking to them about what equipment they can have, where they can makeshift, you know, or from around the house, is huge, and that'll help with whatever programming you're doing with them. With our virtual training sessions, we're matching our in-person pricing structure. So whether it's in-person or virtual, whatever your rate is, certified senior master, that rate continues. And I think that'll be the easiest way to transition from virtual to in-person. Likewise, when we continue going forward, I'm sure, as you guys will find, virtual training is way harder than in-person. It's harder to gather feedback. It's harder to see. It's harder to cue. There's no actual physical sense of touch. So the last thing we're going to do is charge anything less. So we're going to run with the same pricing rate and go from there. Again, People who have existing sessions in CSI, those are absolutely honored, whether they're 30 minutes or 60 minutes. All new purchases. So if you had people running session by session, or if you have people who are using up a bank of sessions in CSI, all purchases have to be made with a credit card or debit card. We're unable to process checks at this time. We're unable to take cash payments at this time. So we need a credit or debit card, preferably on file. What I would like to do, and I'd love to get your feedback on this, training staff, is what's the best way to collect that information? Is it you collecting it and then passing it on to me? I have CSI on my computer at home, so I'm able to enter everything from there. I'm assuming not everyone has CSI on their computer, so we're going to have to probably do a little bit of a telephone game here to get people's sessions all set up and CSI booked. But maybe we make a form through Google or Wufoo where people are submitting their, like almost like a payment registration form, and they're submitting their method of payment that way. I'm open to suggestions on that. Love to hear what you guys have, and I'll definitely follow up on that after a couple days here. Payroll is going to be submitted by the end of the week, no later than 8 p.m. on Saturday. If you have payroll sessions on Sunday next week, please let me know. But we're going to look to have our payroll in no later than Saturday. You'll see an example here of what it should look like. You're going to submit it manually. There is going to be no CSI right now. I believe we can probably enter it in CSI, but what this is going to help me do when you submit it in this written format is it's going to give me kind of the context so that I can go into CSI and formally run these payments and formally run your payroll. Please make sure, just because trainers from other clubs, I'm primarily in Williston, so I have an idea of people's session rates and et cetera from there, but please make sure you're saying session duration and then your session type, say what level trainer you are. It would really help me out. Different policies here. What I think is important is the Edge has a standard 24-hour cancellation. Obviously, you may have something different with your clients. Please make sure you're honoring that and make sure they know that. One thing that I think going into a virtual world needs to be taken into consideration is troubleshooting. I would definitely make sure whatever video communication system you're using, whether it's Zoom, FaceTime, or Skype, your client is familiar with that and they're able to get into that video communication platform prior to your session. Also let them know, and this is why that conversation of equipment available is super important. Let them know what they should be bringing, what kind of space they're going to have. Are they in a garage bay and their car's outside? They have some space. Are they outdoors when you're going to be dealing with some road noise? Are they in their living room and it's 5 foot by 5 foot? Make sure you know the space. Make sure you know what equipment they're using. Also make sure, especially if they're used to paying check or cash, that they have to pay with a credit or debit card this time. I think it's really important that we just be very upfront with all of these policies that may be a little different from our in-person skin-to-skin business. But if we can be very transparent with that, that's going to make things a little bit easier. So I put together a little toolkit for everyone, and this is going to be an ongoing thing as well. If you're using Train Heroic, this is something that we have available through Parisi. I'll also attach the walkthrough video I did with the personal training staff a couple weeks ago. What you're going to do, again, this is a live document. You're going to open Train Heroic to log in. My initials C or KCL. The password is also KCL. That'll log you right into the backend Coach Heroic, where from here, you're able to create programs for your clients. Now, what I think is important with these, I'll show you our bodyweight program we've issued through Parisi. We have 92 athletes on this program right now. What's important to know is what you're looking at here, go to a different workout. What you're looking at here is not what people see. This is issued through an app on someone's phone. If you would like to program through an app, maybe you're giving people supplemental work to do on other days and you want to use this, this is absolutely something that you have in your toolkit to use. Again, I'll give you the tutorial video that I gave for the Edge Physical Therapy, not physical therapy, Edge Personal Training, but feel free when you're here to click the support button, and there's plenty of either chat boxes or FAQ videos that you'll be able to look at. It's super intuitive. It's super useful. It is an option for you all as well. Zoom, this is something that I've created for us as we go into the virtual world. Whether you want to use it or not is totally up to you. What I like about Zoom is whether it's desktop, iPhone, Android, tablets, you have an app you can download. Again, this is hyperlinked live, so you can either copy and paste it or you just have it if you need to download it. I'll also make a similar PDF file for our clients as we get going. I just want to make sure I have the Wufoo to link in there, as well as maybe whatever you guys think, again, is best bet for taking payments, whether you want to collect those payments or if you want me to give you a form that people can enter through like a Google form or something like that. Maybe it's another Wufoo. Then we'll have that information that we can put on file and then terminate the written document afterwards. But all these different plugins are right here for the different mobile apps or whatever it might be. Zoom is a great video platform that I've used. I'm using it right now, obviously, but is a great tool for virtual sessions. And then Strength Action is an online mentorship program. I've been a part of it for 3 years, and they were so kind to make a lot of these resources available to the members, and I wanted to share those guys out with you. So we have a couple ebooks in here, a couple YouTube videos, and they're in the process right now of creating a full content for like virtual in-home coaching. So minimal equipment or body weight, they're creating that, but I wanted to make sure those were hyperlinked for you there. So should you use Zoom? What I did was I created all of us a link, so to speak. So you'll see here, the hyperlink part is your actual Zoom hyperlink. You'll see the 9-digit code. This is your unique meeting room ID, but you can literally copy and paste this and text it to your clients. You can email it to your clients, whatever you want, however they're going to use it. But this is your individual meeting group. So if I'm training with Kyle, I click this meeting, and what it's going to do is it's going to prompt me to open Zoom and take me to that meeting. I'm not going to open it because I'm in a Zoom meeting right now. And I don't want to do some weird inception like Zoom meeting in a Zoom meeting. But what it's going to do is it's going to take you to a Zoom meeting that is just your link. So there's no set time. I think that's one thing that people may have missed with Zoom is there's no set time for these meetings, meaning it's just an open room right now. And when you and your client get in there, you guys can boogie. If you have a 2-on-1, just send that client link to both clients. I don't know if you necessarily want to coach 2 1-on-1s at the same time, but you, in theory, could just have that link open and people jump in whenever you're ready to go. So say you have a 2 o'clock session, you send this text or this link to your client, you text it to them, they open it on their phone, they're there, and then you can join even after them. It just kind of says like, hey, waiting for, or actually you can join before the host. I did change this, so you can join before the host. So it'll just be an open room until you jump in there. You don't necessarily need me or anyone, the administrator, so to speak, of the meeting to be in there, but you're in. So you're your own unique meeting room you can send to people. Again, I think it kind of helps engaging clients when you can say, hey, here's where you go for your session. Here's the time you're going to be at that session. I'm going to see you there. Here's your supplemental programming if you need it. Obviously, you may have some of your own internal systems that you've been using, but if you need something or want to explore some different solutions, feel free to check these out. And again, I'd love your feedback. That's the point of this week, big time pilot week, to see what's going on. This has been the first kind of walkthrough meeting of what we're going through, and I look forward to checking in with everyone as they go through it. So I'd say good luck, but you guys are going to crush it, and I look forward to the progress we have through this week.